Weekly, episode 55. Brianna T, Stone C, Seth P. We're back.
There's your intro.
That was good.
Well done.
Good job, Cam.
It's almost like I've been doing a lot of these.
You got to put the arm into the weekly.
Oh, well.
Weekly! That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it.
It's
Welcome
like
back,
Italian.
episode
55.
I already said it.
Believe that? I know. Just point it out one more time. Okay, headlines. Guess what? Senior Center drama back. It's all back. It's all back.
It's like
back,
it never
back,
left.
back. The planning board, they had that. What did we say it was? The master site review,
Blah, blah,
stormwater. Yes, yeah. At any rate, yeah. So we got some new pictures and stuff like that. If you are not familiar with, if you're one of the few, let's look one more time at the picture. This is the current property, okay? This is, remember, we have a C wing, we have a B wing, and an A wing. Then earlier this year at town meeting, voters approved a new design, and here is what was presented, okay? You see it there? Now, as a reminder, the C wing, it comes down, a new standalone building goes in that senior center. That's the senior center. The gym, which homes the rec department, gets upgraded, include a new roof, elevator. The B wing in the middle stays exactly as is. Nothing is going to be done to that building. Okay, no, okay. So
We'll get there.
some things to really just note: driveways. You see one of those roads leading to the intersection. It's shifted. A few points of interest. We got a new aerial shot of it. You'll see this aerial really gives you a perspective of it. And now another new picture we got was a before look of a street level of that senior center. Okay, so let's get to that before. So this is it. Remember, that's the C wing you're looking at. You'll see the abutters there.
Got it.
Now here's the after. Okay.
Oh.
Now, now you'll make
blends
note
in.
this: the senior
Big
center, if you're
cars.
looking at it, has shifted a little further away from the abutters. Now, now there could be some drama here. Someone pointed out this picture we're looking at, that one. You don't see, if you go back to that aerial shot, you'll see that the new senior center sort of covers part of the Gates building. So if you're looking at the Gates, the B wing from the streets head on, it looks as though the senior center is covering up the right-hand part of it a little bit. Someone was a little concerned about that.
So, since we're not renovating the B wing, why are we keeping it and what are we doing with it?
Okay.
They don't know yet.
We're gonna get to that here in a second, but the meeting did erupt over traffic. Okay, these poor civil engineers, they had
There's traffic
no
there anyway.
idea what they were walking themselves into.
Oh.
Okay, let's look at this parking, the roads all around it, okay? Really at hand is what we know as the Bermuda Triangle, let's just call it that.
Yeah,
First Parish,
it's-
Beaver
yeah,
Dam,
it's-
Cudworth, we all know this. Now, two gentlemen
It's
at this
literally-
meeting did the traffic studies, okay? So specifically determining whether the new setup, if it was safe or not, that intersection. They said they could not say it was, and that more studying needs to be done.
Might need a light.
And this is when the crowd lost it, because they felt that without that, it was going to delay this project, and they really went after these two guys. They had no idea what they're getting into. In fact, at one point, one of these civil engineers actually got up and actually felt like he defended himself to the public. Take a listen.
If the town hires me to review this project, and specifically talking about safety, I will not sign off on the safety of that access until I have the required information to be able to say that it's safe. The last thing I want is you to build a beautiful project here and then someone to pull out of that driveway and not be able to see and get hit by a car.
Is it safe
So
now?
all we're trying to do is make sure that the information that's provided is sufficient for us to be able to say, this is the proper location, or here's the improvements that need to be done to make sure that the driveway's in the right place.
So what everyone really wants
sure.
to know is this: will this traffic study delay the project? Here is Madam Chair of the Planning Board, Ann Burbine.
Will this hold up the building of the senior center? No. Don't think that it will. It won't.
So there you have it. No, she says no, it will not delay this project. People are like, well, how's that feasible? I mean, if you've still got to do a study, it's going to, at any rate, she says no, it will not. Let's talk one other big debate here. And the question is whether this should be a debate. This hints to exactly what Cam just said. Let's look here at the parking, okay?
Yeah.
Now, we haven't really talked much about parking. But you'll see they've
So-
added a lot of new spots, okay? You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, now what you need to keep in mind, they've added all these spots for these new buildings. Let's go back to the B wing.
Right.
Eventually something will happen with the B wing.
Yeah,
It
I'd
could
love to
be
know what
businesses,
it is.
it could be housing for people. That building will need parking.
Oh, true. But senior center parking, 70 spaces. That's
That's
a
plenty.
lot.
Now they
And-
did. Okay, yes. Now they said, look, in the field in the back, they could add some as well. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the
I
debate,
don't want that lot to be tiny.
and this came up. Should the B wing, and this debate
Oh.
play into what we're discussing here, the senior center? Okay. The argument being that the town voted on this senior center plan. And at that vote, there was discussion about what to be done with the B wing. And it was decided, we're not going to deal with that right now.
Stupid.
So,
Well, I just find that completely irresponsible. Like,
well, this is
you
what people are
put all
saying.
this
But-
planning.
well, here's the thing. The town, and, you know, they are not arguing that they are, well, they keep using the phrase, kicking the can down the road.
They
like,
are.
yeah, well, they're saying.
It's been a whole year.
And they are saying that, but what they're saying is, yes, we understand that, and that is not part of this project.
This plan
There
was
needs
on a
to
ballot.
be another project too at the same time.
This plan was on a ballot, and they spent all this time and money getting this plan across, and then they go, "What's going on with the B wing?" And they say, "Couldn't tell you."
Right,
Are you
and
kidding
but
me?
this is what
Like,
they're saying. They're saying that was what was voted on at town meeting. We had this discussion. It was decided we're gonna push the B wing off.
And-
Okay,
and
so
that's
then
why I
they
didn't-
can't be upset
that's
that
why I didn't support
if
it.
the B wing is whatever turns into something,
Right.
and then they need to use the senior center parking.
They're just going to let it collapse
They
on top
have
of
to-
itself. Is
they
that,
need
that's what they're gonna
to-
do.
And, look, and
Be cool with that.
the selectman chair Tony Vignani was there and just said, "Look, you're right. There are a ton of questions about this. We're not dealing with that now."
That's
What?
absurd.
Well,
That's-
right, because this is the argument again is that this is what was voted on. This is what voters wanted, that we were going to ignore the B wing right now.
Right. Well,
This is why the town has problems.
and this
that's
is why
all I'll
people
say.
who don't read into things just blindly vote. Guys, like, you're just gonna let a building sit there that's over 100 years old. They're gonna turn it probably into some historical museum. It's never gonna go away, and it's gonna collapse on top of itself. It's probably a safety hazard for everything around there.
Asbestos.
Well, the old gates had cancer in the walls.
Once again, no one is arguing against them, but they're saying this is the discussion that should have happened at town meeting, and
Well,
it did happen at town meeting.
I'm not sure what you want to do with the parking then. Seems like a problem for
And
you.
hey, how about this? Turn the B wing into more parking. There you go.
Ooh, yeah, that could be, the B wing could come down.
There you go. Already solved
No,
your
you
problem.
know that won't happen.
I know it won't happen, but
Okay,
hey,
this
that's
is going to
better
go
than
on for a
nothing.
while, and everyone's going to have an opinion. Keep it on social media. You know, that's going to be busy. So that planning board, their next meeting, I think, is in 2 weeks, so that'll be a big boy, too. But speaking
luck
of
to
planning board,
them.
I mentioned Ann Burbine, Scituate's mother of dragons. She has had she had a banner week last week. Not only with this, then she was extremely vocal at we were at the Cedar Point meeting that happened. If you're not familiar with Cedar Point, they've got some serious drama with their sewer system. There was a big meeting about it. A consulting firm did some studies. They essentially have to redo their sewer system over there, and they're trying to figure out how to do that. Go watch the meeting if you want to know more. Burbine does chat quite a bit, quite a bit.
wow.
I wish she could have said, I moved the question.
I know, we said that. By the way, if you don't think that Cedar Point doesn't affect you if you don't live there, think again. Here's what's happening. The sewer system there is putting a huge strain on the town's wastewater treatment center. Our good friend Will Branton over there. And that, look, the wastewater treatment center goes down.
don't understand.
It ain't gonna be pretty.
Ew.
Ain't gonna be pretty.
Fun fact, I was at the gym yesterday, and there was brown water in the water bubbler.
Sad.
Yep.
Yeah, so go look at that meeting. That was over at the select meeting. Oh my God, at the select meeting. Guess what? Hugely popular show. Got a shout out.
TMZ.
Is it our show?
Scituate Weekly,
Of course
that
it
is
is.
correct. Here's the setup. We're going to show you the clip. It was during the community choice aggregation. Lisa Bertola is talking to the selectmen about it. Penny from the Conservation Commission is asking some questions, and then Selectman Karen Conley pipes in. Take a listen.
We're going to try to advertise what's happening.
Scituate Weekly, I'm sure, will be interested in this.
Right.
Wow.
I couldn't tell if she was being sarcastic.
I don't know. You know, this is it's a very subtle way. We
Don't
know your
accommodate
game.
just for me.
We
but-
know your game, Karen. You know what? We're going to play it too. Look at the screen. This is it, the community choice aggregation. We've already talked about it, right? What is that, Cameron? You know what it is.
What?
The community,
Community
choice,
choice.
aggregation. It's going to affect everyone if it goes through. All right, this
Pick
is what you
me.
need to know. Brianna, please tell us what it is.
I haven't been here.
Please.
What? It's
Oh my, you were just here.
essentially everyone's power is going to come from a green energy source.
Right.
And everyone's already opted into it.
Right.
If you are unhappy or for some reason don't want to have green energy, you can opt out of it.
And shame on you.
Correct, because climate change is real and we all know.
Most importantly,
Most importantly,
the delivery.
Oh, when?
3 elements. Source, delivery to you. The delivery, who is it
When?
now? National Grid.
I don't know.
National, go on.
It'll change, right?
No, this is the
No,
problem.
it's just going to be green energy from National Grid?
National Grid is you're going to continue to deliver energy if this goes through. This has to be like voted on by people, okay? Look at the screen. We have the source, the delivery to you, okay? This delivery will be National Grid. It will not change. National Grid will not change. Where National Grid gets the energy,
Will
that's what
change.
we're looking at. Yes.
Oh.
So the
So
source
everyone-
is what's changing.
Yes.
So everyone
yes.
thinks it's going to be some rapid change, but it's really not.
It's not. Now,
You don't
I gotta,
even notice it, do you?
I'll say this.
Oh, you
I've
won't.
actually lived through this twice in 2 places I've lived, Chicago and Boston. It's very simple. As Lisa just pointed out, all that happens is you get a letter in the mail.
Mm-hmm.
It says starting whatever date, National Grid will begin getting your energy source from this company. If you have a problem with that, just call this number.
Cool.
Simple. Very, very simple.
Now-
but the big campaign's coming out, so keep an eye out. There are going to be a lot of meetings
say
about this.
One house opts out. How does that work?
Well, it's fine.
Doesn't.
You
It
just,
doesn't affect anyone.
right. Everyone
but
is
does that- no, no, no.
automatically being enrolled.
So that house will get coal energy. Or
No, they
wherever-
go back to wherever National Grid is getting it now.
Which
Simple.
is
Probably
how do they
coal.
segregate that one house?
I don't. You gotta
That's
talk to National
crazy.
Grid. I don't know.
Seems a little foolish, but I see
Oh,
what
maybe
you're saying.
it's the way they measure the kilowatt
Go to
hours.
these
like-
meetings. Go listen. Go to. If you got questions like camp, they're gonna have a ton of meetings about
What
this.
is
Public
this,
meetings.
science class? I don't know anything about
you
kilowatt
know.
I
hours.
think
Okay.
basically they charge them through National Grid instead of this.
Let's
other
move on. Let's do that. Field renovation. Little Cameron over here got his drone out again.
I did.
How'd it look?
Great new stuff. I'm pretty sure they finished all the drainage for the football field. There's a bunch of rocks there, like big boulders. So I think they're going to be using that for the. Remember they said the upper level by
right,
the end of
right,
the baseball
right.
field for the walking path. I believe those are the rocks that are going to make that seawall that actually isn't a seawall.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about that at all. They talked about the fans and everything. They're making like the
A raised
hills.
platform,
Yeah.
which actually looks really cool.
Yeah, actually, it's a really great idea. So you just sit like on the
And
grass
you'll
and
get
watch.
an
Oh, at the
you'll get an
baseball
elevated
games?
view, so you can have people above and below.
Pretty cool.
And no one will be blocking each other, and little kids with baseball.
Oh, you could go sledding down it too.
Oh, you could probably. Look at that.
Oh, okay,
Thinking
wait. Let's
ahead.
just do it. The Facebook post. Come on.
Oh gosh.
Let's do it.
For a brief social scene.
Yeah.
So someone uploaded, similar to Cam, a drone video of the construction.
Oh,
at
let's
Scituate
give him
High
a shout
School.
out. Let's
Yes.
do that.
Brian Lannon.
You both
Brian.
know him. Great
Yes.
Brian, I'm glad
I don't
to
know
see
if he
you.
remembers me, but I was his camp counselor when
you,
he was
Brian?
like
And I
little.
talked drones with you at the run for Scituate,
Oh,
and
It's great,
you
great
know,
footage.
That's what you gotta do, Brian. You gotta get your name out there. You gotta.
Yes.
And me is such a dedicated and decorated hero on
Stop
Facebook.
flexing during somebody else's shout
I
out.
have to say, Brian, I appreciate that you were here to follow in my footsteps.
2 weeks ago.
Shut up, Cam.
Okay, so let's get to
Okay,
this
well,
post.
anyways,
This
most
is-
of the comments were negative, not towards Brian, but were towards the project. One
of
in
course it is.
particular, Nick Zaremba. Another field to produce more world-class athletes, since Scituate is so well known for that. Nope. Hey, what about our water crisis?
Hey, why is no one talking about it? Nick? I will beat you in a race right now. We can pick a time, pick a place. All right.
I'll film it.
Ooh, we'll put it on
I-
Scituate Weekly next week.
We'll run circles around you. And I don't even care if your profile picture, you could be really fit, you
We
could not
had a
be.
brief discussion. We think it's sort of fake. We think this
Okay,
is a
so
troublemaker.
Nick, not that I was stalking you or anything, but his profile picture is a smiley face and his cover photo is just clouds.
It's
How many
shady.
friends does he have?
Shady.
I don't know.
I think it's just someone stirring up trouble.
Oh.
They just do that. Like the
Yes.
woman that did the whole that abortion movie. Come on, do better.
Yeah, I just feel like you don't need to tear down Scituate athletes in order to
Yeah,
make your
maybe
point.
maybe that's the point. Is like he's making it ironic how he has a smiley face.
Hey, we gotta do a shout out to our friends over at Oro Restaurant. Guess what? They're leaving Front Street.
Oh, that's such a loss, though.
I know they're going over to the former Hook and Harvest. That's around 3A.
Also, former Peaches.
Yeah, they think they might be there as of October 1st. That's really fast.
That is really fast, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bummer, though. There are a lot of businesses leaving Scituate Harbor.
Well, there's a whole commission going on. There's a whole committee.
Yeah. Economic development.
Yeah, there's a whole push down there to try to keep that reviving. Hey, can
all
we
they're
mention
doing
give
is-
Sylvia Killian, right? A
Oh,
shout out.
Sylvia's by the
Sylvia's
Sea?
by the Sea. Yeah, she is back open.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh, was she?
She had that water
There's a
dam.
Right, I was about to
Yeah.
say, was that
Flood
she was
or
still
pipe
out from
burst,
that
maybe?
flooding?
Yeah. Although I think the building is up for sale now.
Strange. So is she somewhere else?
Well, she's in there now, but I don't know how
Oh.
long she's going to
Seth,
be.
I wonder what they're going to put there in replacement. A restaurant, or a restaurant?
Well, they should have a restaurant. Also, they should do like a tax break for people who open businesses on Front Street, I think.
They should.
Oh,
Do you guys want me to be on the Economic Development Commission?
you could.
I'm
You
just-
could. Hopefully, you won't
I'm
get
just
kicked
saying,
out.
we have like how many restaurants in the
Hey, big news, big news. Netflix, they're coming to town. That's right. Production begins on The Sleepover next week.
Oh, boy.
It'll be they're filming in Hanover and Scituate, mainly at the Hanover High School, I think a lot of it.
Sleepover.
Yeah, it's a family-friendly action comedy that focuses on siblings whose suburban life is thrown into chaos when their parents are kidnapped.
And of course they pick our town.
Filming starts August 19th,
Their
continues
parents
through
are
September. Now, by the way, I got to tell you something. This script has been, or at least in 2017, landed on the coveted Hollywood blacklist. You know what this is?
Ooh.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are like scripts that execs think are going to be like huge. Like this needs to be made.
The Sleepover is one of them.
Yeah,
being
you
made in
read like,
Scituate?
yeah,
You know
read
what
that
they
again.
think it's going to
like,
be like? Probably like a parent trip.
maybe.
That's probably what they think it's going to be.
Is it a Netflix movie?
Yeah,
Strange.
yeah.
Hey, Netflix is pumping.
I don't
Should
know.
we be extras? Maybe
I
they
know.
want us to be in
Hey,
it.
speaking of that, two individuals from here were extras. Robbie Brockman,
And
Noel
Noel Connolly.
Connolly. They were
In this
extras.
movie?
No,
No.
what was that? You know it.
Yes. No. I don't.
At any rate, yeah, they were.
yes,
So maybe
no.
you could do it too. You never know.
Yeah, I could one up them.
Well, I think that's really. Oh, but can we just talk over the way? A lot of people are talking about the fireworks. Down in-
yeah.
yeah.
I
Everyone
saw
was
that.
like, "What is this?" I mean, these fireworks are huge.
I was like, what are they
Oh, on
celebrating?
Saturday?
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
Someone said, I don't know if this is right. It was the 60th celebration. By the way, they talked about this as a selectman
Yeah.
meeting, and it was like private, and they didn't need to get. I was convinced it was like a huge like celebrity, like that was having like, a
I was
wedding
like,
or
I was like,
something.
hey guys, it's the only August 9th, 2019 this year.
Looks
Really
like
pretty.
60th celebration of being in Scituate, hosted by Joe Maloney. He cooked most of
60th year of being here.
Wait, where are you finding this
Montelios.
information?
I don't know. I don't know. That could be it.
I
At
don't
any rate,
know.
it was just a private little get together.
Cool.
Okay, let's take a break. When we come back, we got the home of the week and what happens when you put an octopus on your face. We'll show you
Ew.
next.
Yes, I am.
Shut up! You're an early thousands kid.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
If I was born in 95, that
You had,
makes
yeah,
me
your
born
first
in the
5
90s.
years in the 90s, you don't even remember.
This is how this show goes.
Yeah, I
Weekly.
hate when you guys do that.
Ranate Stancy Sethpe.
Okay, but
Discussion
being,
about years.
being born in 95 would make me a 90s kid.
Technically, yes.
2001
Yes.
he was born. 2001.
Growing up in the 90s is different than
So
being
you
feel
only
old.
lived in a post 9/11 world. Isn't that
Correct.
kinda
Actually,
crazy?
no, I was born slightly before 9/11.
All right, but like,
It's interesting. We're going to
Hi.
feature a home currently on the market here in Scituate. Cam's going to try to guess that price. Please try to play at home. And where is our home, Brianna?
this home is located on Rebecca Road.
Oh, God.
You know,
Oh, God.
Cam's favorite street.
Cameron, not a word. Just look at the pictures.
It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home, a little over 2,000 square feet, oceanfront living at its best in this nautical colonial full of charm and custom details, all located on Scituate's coveted Cedar Point. See what I did there?
Nice.
Fish from your deck, be front and center for the parade,
Fish from here.
lighthouse sunrises and sunsets. Stroll to Scituate's quaint seaside harbor for fine restaurants, movies, bowling, or shopping. Open floor plan brings your family and friends together to make memories that will last a lifetime. The centrally located fireplace has a newer gas insert that warms the hearth. Kitchen upgrades include custom cherry cabinets, granite, radiant floor heat, stainless steel appliances, and a nice pantry. Huge spa-like master suite has 2 rooms and a beautiful spa bath with soaking tub, separate large steam multi-jet shower. The master could be put back to 2 bedrooms, still including a master bath, easily to make room for more family and friends that will come to visit. Central air, town sewer, and fortified cement waterfront patio and foundation complete your dream home.
Central air. Okay.
Central air is honestly a good
that is
The,
a good one.
the back part is a little odd. I mean, clearly they got rid of like a
Right, but
deck
that
or
can
something
always
there. Or
be
maybe
fixed.
Mother Nature did.
True.
What on earth? First of all, like the two-tone over here with like You got your straight shingles here, and then you got your wood shingles there.
Oh my
that are
God.
natural. That should be on the siding, not on the. And then, the front.
The front has bricks
Why?
and shingles.
What's up with the bricks? What?
Yeah.
That used
Just
to be.
that wall.
I think that used to be a sort of a look, like partially brick and then shingles.
The house was built in 1978.
The garage is a very big plus, especially for houses around
That's a really
here.
good point.
But is it lifted? Like, will I get serious water damage? Probably, right? Like,
I
that'll
don't know,
probably
usually
flood
they're
like
up pretty
crazy.
high. They're usually on stilts. I bet it is. The garage might. Remember, they got that sewer system
It
issue
does look
down
like
there.
it was built in 1978. That's all I'll say.
Brianna, can I have a lifeline? Over under $1 million.
I'm not telling you.
Don't say anything this time. Not your
Yeah,
surprise.
true. Actually, don't
lower
persuade me.
than
I'm going to
you
go with
thought.
my gut.
All right, he's going to guess that price. You guess at home. Cameron, what is your guess?
3 floors. Technically, that's a pretty big deal.
4 bedroom, 3 baths.
That's huge.
2,000 square feet.
Okay. I'm going to say $1,001,000.
1.1 million is.
1.01.
What a weird, why?
Price is right.
Take a guess at
Incorrect.
home, Brianna. What's that price?
Obviously.
$550.
Yeah, know what? I stink at beachfront properties. I
True.
can never tell.
It's because this house is old,
Yep.
needs a lot of work done,
Yeah, this is a tricky area. It really
and
is.
it's in a tough area,
It's great
Damn it.
views.
I knew it. I
but
was
gets
like,
a ton of storm damage.
I knew. I forgot about
Once again, if you're a Cedar Point resident, make sure you go watch that select meeting with they gave you some options about what they should do, and I think there's an association. Oh wait, this is really interesting. Didn't we do a home? Is there a HOA with this? When we went to the Cedar Point, going back to that sewer system, the guy that was in charge said I need to get. Didn't he say I have to get the association together? And I feel like we did a home here once, and there was a HOA, homeowner association, that was like $2.
There's-
And we were like, what? This doesn't make sense.
yeah.
But it actually does make a little bit of sense if
There
they
is not
have.
an
it.
HOA
Is it just a
fee.
formality or something?
Forget it. Whatever. This is done. Tell me about
There
the
you
octopus.
go. Okay. Octopus, woman in Washington. She found a little octopus. She put it on her face.
Why?
just
Why would
that.
anybody
Because she
choose to
wanted to
do
take a
that?
selfie. Guess what happened?
Wait, I can't
It bit
see
her.
it.
It latched onto
I
her.
can't see that picture. I don't
there
think I
you
want to
go.
see it anymore.
Yeah, I know.
fine.
Those suction cups are extremely
Yeah, I guess
strong.
they have the little claws
she
too.
okay?
Well, she pulled it off. I mean, she was a little ripped up, but she was fine. She was talking to news crews after that. She suggests not
like a publicity
not
thing.
doing that.
Well, congratulations on your 15 minutes of fame. Goodbye forever.
Is her
Isn't it
face
amazing
okay?
how quickly you can become? Wait, we got to do this too. This is the power of the internet. Everyone's seen this video. Look one more time. So what happened at the basketball courts? This was last
Oh,
week
how did we
at
not talk
midnight.
about this yet?
And, well, because I feel like everyone's already
Oh,
talked
no,
about
that
it. But
was
it's
Weekly
great.
that
exploded.
day
That
or the
exploded.
day
That was
before.
huge that day. So what happened? The police got called to some kids playing basketball over the courts by the high school, I guess.
Yeah, those are my friends.
Yeah,
We
so
do
they
it all
went
the
out
time.
there and the cop said, "Look, you can keep playing if you make a half-court shot. Watch."
I'll even let you do it under.
So there was.
3 million views at last check.
Really? Well, because Barstool and like Fifth Year picked
Yeah.
it up, and then
And
It's
every
great.
news channel in
Amazing. I mean,
Boston.
just the internet, just instant fame.
Yeah.
Sort of
Jimmy
scary.
Mack, shout out to you, buddy.
Good basketball.
Okay, here's the show. Thanks for joining us. Brandon T, Stone C, Seth B. We'll see you next week.
Probably.
Hopefully.
Mm.